Shubhodayam. Welcome all to the 7th batch certificate course on Sanatana Dharma conducted by Veda Samskruti Samiti in association with Vishwa Yoga Vidyapit. Today we are on the second class on the Vedas by Dr. Krishna Murari Tripati ji. He will be joining very soon. Before that, let us start our session with the normal routine of Vande Mataram and Prarthana. Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malayaj Sitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Subrajosna Pulakitayaminim Pullakusumita Drumadala Shobhinim Suhasinim Sumadhura Bhashinim Sukhadam Varadam Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram. Request Venkat Narayan Garu to do the Prarthana, please.
Yes, sir. Meditation for a minute. Three times Omkar. गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु। ॐ श्री महासरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मां पाहि गुरो। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrutyorma amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atidhi Devo Bhava. Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ధన్యవాదాలండి వెంకటనారాయణ గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ ఫర్ ద నైస్ ప్రార్థన. Dr. Tripati ji will be joining very shortly. So in the meantime, I'd like to just inform all the students that the manual, please go through the manual which has been given in the WhatsApp group. I am just going to the WhatsApp so that I check what all things are there. As you tap the name of the WhatsApp group, VSS 7th Batch CCSD, then you will get the description down below, Pradhana with meanings. Then you have just tap the read more. Then you have the manual. After the Pradhana, if you just check up, you can see the manual. This manual gives, it is there. And so this is the notebook which, or the textbook prepared by VSS. It's a proprietary text of Veda Samskruti Samiti. It is not meant for any other purpose other than reading and learning for the course. So this manual has a very, very detailed information on the entire syllabus, as it has been prepared by the faculty in association with other faculty members who have not given their inputs into the text. So all the teachings of the course has been compiled into this manual and prepared exclusively for the students. It can be made into a text or a publication. So Tripati ji is there. So kindly go through the manual and you will get all the information. Welcome, Tripati ji, Dr. Tripati ji. So now you can take up the course class. Subhodayam.
So, welcome you all. Vishwam darpana drishyamana-nagari tulyan nijantargatam pasyannatmani mayaya bahiribodhutam yatha nidraya yasakshat kurute prabodha samaye svatmanamevadvayam tasmai shri gurumurtaye namaidam shri dakshinamurtaye Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwarah, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vagishadya Sumanasas Sarvarthanam Upakrame Yannatva Kritakritya Namami Gajananam. Sarvebhyo Namo Namaha. Today we are going to understand how many Vedas and which Vedas we have to understand from the perspective of the Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, and Sam Veda. So I'm going to share my screen. Can you give me a permission?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Just a minute. Sorry, I didn't. Just a minute. Yeah. Yeah. Now you can do it.
So today we are here. The Vedas are the source of integral wisdom, science, tradition, and culture of a remarkable civilization. They are oral compilations of still wisdom of cosmic knowledge survived from the time immemorial. They are not only identified as a scriptures, but also as the fountainhead of the Indian culture and in human civilization. So our Shastra says that Vedo Khilo Dharma Moolam. Vedas are a root of all the dharmas, all the Shastras, all the scriptures, and Veda has everything. Vede Bhutam Bhavyam Bhavishyatcha Sarvam Veda Prasiddhyati. So everything in Vedas, but we have to learn Veda with a deep analysis. Then we will attain a lot of things. Normally, our seers and other rishis said that if we want salvation, then we have to learn Upanishad and Vedas. But now I'm telling that if you want anything in your life, so you can go through the Vedas, and Veda will help you how to live our life, how to live our life, how to survive in this loka. Also, Veda can teach us. So we have to understand with a deep analysis. Then you will understand how the Vedas are helping us. And after the eternity of the Vedas, some of the people, eternity is apaurushaya, non-human origin. Paurushaya means Purushena nirmitaha Paurusheya. Apaurushaya means Purushena na nirmitaha apaurushaya. So, a lot of the modern scholars are telling about that 5,000 years ago, Vedas are written by someone, 2,000 years ago, written by someone. But our scriptures telling us Vedas are eternal, and this is the Vedas are apaurushaya. And also in Mimamsa Shastra, in Mimamsa Darshana, apaurushaya, Mimamsa Darshana described the Vedas are apaurushaya vakyam Vedaha. So Vedas are apaurushaya of non-human origin. It is believed to be initiated by Vedic rishis, sages, who heard the primordial sounds and seen mantras after intense meditation. So I think you all are going to understand Paniniya Sutra also in Vyakarana class. So when the Vyakaran started, so there is a shloka Nrittavasane Natarajarajaha Nanadadhakkam Navapanchavaram Uddharatu Kama Sanakadisiddhan Etad Vimarsham Shivasutra Jalam. Nrittavasane, when the Nataraj, Bhagavan Shiva, was performing Nrityam, Nrittavasane Natarajarajaha Nanad Dhakkam. I don't know what is in English, Damru. When he sound the Damru, and there is the 14 swaras, 14 sutras comes from his Damaru. His what I don't know what is in English say with the Damru. So Nava Panchavaram, 9 and 5 is equal to 14 sutras comes from the Shivas. And after that, the Sanakadi Siddhan, Sanakadi Rishis, they heard the voice, and after that, they made up Vyakarana Shastras. So that's why how the knowledge is transferred by the oral tradition, heard tradition. So Rishayo mantra dashtaraha natu kartaraha. The rishis are mantra drashta. They have seen the mantras, they heard the mantras, but they are another creator of the mantras. So that's why here is the they heard the primordial sounds and seen mantras after intense meditation, because they have that energy, and after that they heard that sound. Sayanacharya said about that the Ishta Praptyanishta Pariharayoho Alaukikam Upayam Yo Grantha Vedayati So Vedaha. So that is the definition of the Vedas. So what is we will go talk about this definition also. So meaning of the Vedas, we have to understand that the word Veda means knowledge and is derived from the Sanskrit root word vid, means to know. It does not refer to one single literally work, but indicates a huge corpus of literature. This arose in the course of many centuries and has been handed down from one generation to another generation by verbal transmission. Veda is also called Shruti, meaning what is heard, as opposed to the Smriti composed by sages at a later stage, recounting the content of the Vedic text. This refers the purely oral method which was used for it. So according to Indian traditional thought, Veda is regarded as revealed scripture, self-evident and self-authoritative. It is not composed by any human authors. The way Vedic hymns or verses are seen and only spoken by the seers, these seers are neither author of the mantra nor they responsible for the contents of the mantra. Yaska, the oldest expositor of Vedas, has distinctly said that these seers received the sacred knowledge or knowledge was revealed to them. They then handed it down to descendants by oral instruction. So Yaskacharya here mentioned is the Yaskacharya. Yaskacharya is the founder of Nirukta Shastra, and he told about that Rishayo mantra drashtaraha natu kartaraha. So now we are going to understand the what is the meaning of this definition. Ishta praptya nishta parihara yoho alaukikam upayam yo grantho vedayati savedah. The great Vedic commentator Sayanacharya has given a definition of the Veda. He is from the South India. You all know about the Vijayanagaram, king of the Vijayanagaram, and he was the Amatya of there. And Raja Vijayanagaram give him a please write the commentary on the Veda Bhashyam, and he did it. He is they are two brothers, Sayanacharya and Madhavacharya, and they are a very great scholar. They were a very great scholar at that time, and nowadays we all are understanding the commentary of the Sayanacharya. They are the best commentator of the Vedas. So the great Vedic commentator Sayana has given a definition of the Veda. Ishta prapti anishta pariharayoho laukikam upayam yo granthyo vedayati savedaha. It means the scripture which describes the divine method for obtaining what is desirable and for giving up what is undesirable is called Veda. This definition presents the purpose of the Vedas. So, what is the Ishta Prapti? There are three meaning. Ishta Prapti, Anishta Pariharaha, Alaukikam Upayaha, Grantha. So, Ishta Prapti, what is the Ishta for us? That is the we can get from the Vedas. So, there are a lot of Ishta means what we need, what our desire, but only good desire, not a bad desire. So so Veda can fulfill our desire, like we want salvation. So Veda can help us for getting salvation. We want the darshan of Bhagavan. So Veda can help us to darshan of Bhagavan. Because a lot of Shastra says that Rite Jnana na Mukti. Without knowledge, no one gets salvation. So if we want salvation, there are two paths, Bhakti Marga and Jnana Marga. Bhakti Marga is very difficult. But nowadays people are thinking that Bhakti Marga is very easy and we do the Hare Rama, Hare Krishna and then we will get salvation. But you all know about the Shabari from the Ramayana, Ramacharitmanasa. And she has Navadha Bhakti, 9 types of the Bhakti. So, but there are many steps. Only I can teach you about the 2-3 steps now. Prathama Bhagati Santan Kar Sanga Dusararati Mama Katha Prasanga. The first bhakti is we have to make a sangati of saints, like satsangat. And the second is we have to understand the Bhagavan stories, and we have to think about that every time the Bhagavan. So like these types of the bhakti, there are 9 types of the bhaktis. If we have that types of bhakti, definitely we will get salvation. Another things, knowledge. Knowledge means our shastras. We have to understand our shastras, Upanishads, and the shastras tells about that Atma, Paramatma, Brahma, and they show the path and how will we get the salvation. So there are 2 types of salvation: Jnana Marga, Bhakti Marga. So this is a very broad topic. Really, it's a shastrartha, how people will get salvation. So it will go for the Vedanta Shastra. But I am telling about the Ishta Prapti from the Veda. Ishta means whatever we have a desire, the Veda fulfill our desire, like salvation, knowledge, and if you are facing the problems, the Veda, so Veda can teach us about to do this yaga so that the problem will go out. So like these types of the desire, Veda can teach us. So Ishta Prapti. Anishta Pariharaha. Anishta means if we have a problems, then we go to the Parihara. So like I'm giving an example to you. If we are facing a lot of problems, we go to the Jyotish astrologer. And then astrologer, we are telling that please see our patrika, our horoscope, and tell about that how we are how we will go to the good things and not for bad things in our life. So he saw your he saw your kundli and then said that you have a horoscope, you have a pitri dosha, skala sarpa dosha, and you have to perform that skala sarpa dosha. But kala sarpa dosha, he doesn't know where is the kala sarpa dosha, which book in the kala sarpa dosha. So you are coming and go to the Brahmin and priest, and then priest can do the kala sarpa dosha puja. So how the pariharam, how the Veda is going to help you to do the anishta pariharam. If there are three types of the anishta, adhidevik, adhibhautik, adhyatmik. Adhibhautik, like sometimes we are going to sick or ill and some health issues. This is adhibhautik issues because we have a five element, and both of us five element. The body is related to the five element. So if we have a problem like health issues, then this is a problem from the Adi Bhautik. Another problem is the Adi Devik, like flood, earthquake. This is the Adi Devik. It's the Devi Apada. And third is the Adhyatmik. We are not going to connect. When we are not going to connect to Bhagavan, that is the Adhyatmik problem. So there are three types of the problems. So so Anishta Pariharaha. So Veda can teach us about the Anishta Pariharam and Alaukika Upayam. Laukika Upayam, people can do it. Like if you want to buy a car, you go to the car shop and you can buy it. Because it's the Laukika Upayam. Nowadays people are doing AI and lot of things because this is a Laukika Upayam, people can do it. But Alaukik Upayam, only Bhagavan can do it. So Bhagavan can do it, the Alaukik Upayam. So Veda is for the Alaukik Upayam, not for Laukik Upayam. So if we are going to see about think about the Veda is for the Laukik Upayam, that is we are not correct. It is for the Alaukik Upayam, Yah Grantha Vedayati Sa Veda, that is called the Veda. That definition given by Sayanacharya. Another definition given by, according to another definition, as per the sage Apastamba, the Veda is the name given to the mantras and the brahmanas. Mantra brahmanayor Vedanam Dheya. This definition describes the form of the Vedas because it could be divided mainly into these two great divisions, the mantra and the brahmanas. Accordingly, the mantra part is the main part of the Veda, and whatever is not mantra is called Brahmana. Here it is interesting to know that many ancient definitions of the Vedas showing its significance form or contents are given in ancient Indian texts. Generally speaking, the word Veda signifies highest, sacred, eternal, and divine knowledge, as well as the text embodying that knowledge. So here also Ved means to know God, soul, nature, and mind, to be one with God, to obtain salvation, to consider various relationships, to feel oneness with God, Aham Brahmasmi, to tell glories of God, to dwell into the mysteries of the universe. So there are a lot of meaning of this root word with, but here we have to understand, to take, to know God, soul, nature, or mind. Preservation of the Vedas. According to Vedic tradition, the Vedas are divided into four parts: Rig, Sam, Yajur, and Atharva Veda. Each Veda again is divided into four levels: the Samhita, Mantra Bhagam, collections; the Brahmana, theological ritual commentary; Aranyaka, wilderness texts; and Upanishad, sacred philosophical texts of correlation and equivalence learned, sitting at the feet of the teachers. So up means samip, ni is say there is a suffix, sat means to sit. So we have to sit sit near the guru, and guru can give us the main formulas for salvation. So that is called Upanishad. So preservation of the Vedas, despite being oldest, the Vedas have been preserved in their true form up till now. Even Max Muller, a renowned European scholar, has admitted that the text of Vedas has been handed down to us with such accuracy and care that there is hardly any changes in the words, or there is any uncertain aspect in the whole of the Vedas. The credit for this goes to the Vedic seers, rishis, who devised means of protecting and preserving the text of Vedas letter by letter with all their accessories. Vedic mantras have accents, swaras, which preserve in its original form of word construction. There are three Prakriti Pathas for memorizing mantras, most commonly known as the Pada Patha, Krama Patha, and Samhita Patha, Pada Patha, Krama Patha. So Samhita means like we know about the Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivartanam Urvarukam Yavandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamam. This is a Samhita Patha mantra. When we do the Pada Patham, so in which each word of a mantra is separately spoken, like Triyambakamiti Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhimiti Sugandhim Pushtivardhanamiti Pushtivardhanam Urvarukam Iva Bandhanata Mrityoho Mukshiya Ma Amritat. This is the Pada Patha, in which each word of a mantra is separately spoken. The third is the Krama Patha, in which two words of a mantra are spoken jointly as like a ka kha. We have to kha ga, like a mala. So 1 2, and after that we have to 2 3 3 4 4 5, like this. Like Triambakam Yajamahe, Triambakam Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Sugandhimiti Sugandhim, Pushtivardhanamiti Pushtivardhanam. Like this. So this is the Prakriti Pathas, because the mantras are very tough to memorize. So our seers, given these formulas, if we use these formulas, then the mantra is, we can easily memorize the mantras. So the another is that there are 8 types of the Vikriti Pathas. So Jata, Mala, Shikha, Rekha, Dvajo, Dando, Ratho, Ghana. So this is called the Vikriti Patha, like you know about the Ghanapati. So I am also Ghanapati of Krishna Ayurveda. So Ghanapati is the very highest position in Vedic chanting. So so it is a Ghanapati. Among them, Ghanapati is the most difficult and longest. Another step was a prepare treatise known as a Anukramani, in which name is a Rishi Devata Chandas are mentioned in reference to each hymns of the Vedas. Chandas means the meter, which also helps in avoiding loss of the content by enforcing number of syllables. The MacDonald has rightly observed in his history of Sanskrit literature since that remote time, the text of the Veda has suffered no changes whatsoever, with such a care that history has nothing to compare with. So normally Ghanapata is very difficult. I am telling that. Just I'm giving an example, then you will all understand it. Like we know about the Trambakam Yajamahe, this mantra. So how we do that? There is a formula 1 2 2 1 1 2 3 3 2 1 1 2 3. So this is the formula. If I think you don't understand this formula, but So normally, if we go to the our elder person, so they give us a blessing. आप अच्छे रहिए या आप शतायु रहिए. So how like you are good. You have 3 words. You are good. So how we give a blessing from the Ghanapatha. So the formula is 1 2 2 1 1 2 2. Like you are you are good good. So 1 2 1 2 2 1 1 2 3 3 2 1 1 2 3. This is the formula. So you are you are good good are you are good. So this is the formula. So how do we chant the mantra like Mrityunjay mantra? So Triyambakam yajamahe Triyambakam yajamahe sugandhi yajamahe Triyambakam yajamahe sugandhim Triyambakamiti Triyambakam yajamahe sugandhim yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam sugandhim yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam Sugandhim pushtivardhanagum sugandhim pushtivardhanam sugandhimiti sugandhim pushtivardhanamiti pushtivardhanam, like this. So Ghanapatha is very difficult. So when the priest learned Ghanapatha, so we will call them Ghanapati. We honor them as a Ghanapati. In South India, a lot of Ghanapatis are there, and also Maharashtra and Kashi. Other area you can't find a single Ghanapati in the whole world. So all eternity, as has been told earlier, according to Hindu conception of the Veda is not the creation of any human being. It is divine and only visualized by the ancient seers, and that is why it is called Apaurusheya. All other words are words of great human race fall under the category of Paurusheya, and that is why they are known by their respective names. The Rig Veda describes the Veda as eternal Apaurusheya, Vacha Virupa Nityaya. Likewise, the Upanishads said that the Vedas are just like inspiration, Nishvasa of the great Brahman, and they are breathed out by the Brahman. So the Veda is eternal just as a Brahman, the supreme power. Age of the Vedas. No one now doubts that the Rig Veda is the most ancient document of human beings. We don't say document, we term of human beings, but fixing the age of the Rig Veda or the Veda is the most difficult task. This issues has many problems such as there is no outside evidence available as inscriptions, seals, etc. Dates are not mentioned in the Vedic texts. The doctrine of Apaurusheya proves the Veda as eternal. Vedic astronomical accounts found in Vedas are not very clear. So the view of the Indian and Western scholar differ on this. On the question of the age of the Vedas, the only source that remains is the literary evidence on which are based so-called literary or linguistic theories. Other theories are based upon some assumptions which have yet to be proved conclusively, like Max Muller has rightly exclaimed in his book, Physical Religion, whether the Vedic hymns were composed in 1000 or 1500 or 2000 or 3000 year BC, no power on it could ever fix. Certainly, Vedic knowledge is beyond age and time, as it is eternal and universal. When we talk of the age of the Vedas, we mean to determine the period of arrangement and composition of the main Vedic text. because koi inscriptions 1400 BC found in any Asia Minor refers for 4 Vedic deities. So we may consider that latest limit of the Vedic is before 1400 BC, but the final word has yet to be said on the age of the Vedas. Here some of important views held on the subject are presented briefly in a chart. So of the chart show the complexity of the problem. So normally people are saying that Max Muller, Weber, and Bal Gangadhar Tilak, lot of the people are thinking that the Vedas are very close to the 5000 BC, 3000 BC, 1000 BC. But our Veda said, the Rig Veda says about that, Vacha Virupanitya, it is eternal. So no one made it. So Max Muller, they are following the linguistic rules. So how the Vyakaran comes, how the grammars come, and after that Vedas is also at that time comes. But we don't think about that. This is the clear method. Like they have a commentary on Vedas. Max Muller has written a commentary on Vedas. There is a mantra, Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. Kasmai means, if we go to the linguistic Bhasha Vigyan, so Kasmai means to whom. So the Kasmai Devaya, to whom we are going to offer this charu. Charu means a rice, cooked rice. So he written his commentary. They don't know where they are going to offer the charu or havi. So because the kasmai, it is belong to the linguistic bhasha vigyan. In the grammar also, kasmai means to whom, kiske liye. But we are not thinking about it. The Sayanacharya and Madhavacharya, they have a different types of thinking. Like they are saying that ka means, because we are following the vidhi, mantra, namadheya, nishedha, and arthavada. We follow the mimamsa rules here. So ka means ko havai nama prajapati. Ka means the prajapati, and we are going to offering this charu to the prajapati devaya. So that's I am telling that if we are going to understand the English translation of the Vedas, we will unable to understand the Vedic translation. This is not a correct translation. So if we want to learn the translation of the Vedas, so we have to understand the Sayanacharya commentary. Not in India also, a lot of people has written the commentary of the Vedas, but that is not a true commentary. So if we want to learn the Vedic translation, Vedic translation, so you have to follow the Sayanacharya and Madhavacharya commentary. We understand that the division of the Vedas in its entirely, this is how the quad of the 4 Vedas will look like, but there is still some more to it, like Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samveda, and Atharveda. On each Veda has like a Samhita, Brahman, Aranyak, and Upanishad. And there is a 6 Vedangas, Shiksha, Vyakarana, Chanda, Nirukta, Jyotisha, and Kalpa. So broadly speaking of the whole of the Vedic literature, Aparavidya can be put into 2 categories, the Vedas and the Vedangas. So Veda is collective term indicating the 4 Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samaveda, and Atharva Veda. On account of these 4 different Vedas, one often speaks the Vedas in the plural. The four Vedas consist of four different classes of literally works. To each of these classes belong a greater or a smaller number of separate works, of which some have been preserved in their true form, but also many lost in time. These four classes are Samhitas, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, and Upanishads. Sometimes the Aranyakas and Upanishads are treated as part of Samhitas, Brahmanas, and not separately. So the Rig Veda, the oldest Vedic text, the Rig Veda, is composed in Arabic, highly stylized poetical Sanskrit. It contains verses of praise and address to the Vedic gods and to some early contemporary chieftain and chieftains. It also includes some speculative hymns and some non-ritual poetry. Most of the hymns, however, were intended to be recited at the yearly Soma ritual celebrated at the time of New Year. So, Rig Veda has 10,568 mantras and 1,028 anuvakas, and there are 64 chapters in Rig Veda. Rig Veda Samhita, we are talking about the Samhita. Then Rig Veda Brahmin is different, Rig Veda Aranyaka is different, and Rig Vedic Upanishad are different. So only we are talking about the Rig Veda, but there are 10,528 mantras and 1,2800 suktas or anuvakas, hymn. So all in the Veda there are a lot of stuti of the Bhagavan. So stuti, praise, and also a lot of invention. There are a lot of science there, like a cosmic theory method we can find there, and also the atomic theory also you can find there. So a lot of theories are there. So if we understand the Vedic Rig Veda, then we have a stuti of the Bhagavan, and a lot of the scientific theory are there. So that Rig Veda can help people to understand. And also like Nasadiya Sukta, and how to live in this loka, there is also a theory there. So if this is a very big book, so if you want to understand that, slowly you can go it, and Rig Veda will help you how to live your life in this loka. So the Rig Veda contains 1,028 hymns arranged in 10 books. So 10 book means mandalas. Pratham mandal, Dvitiya mandal, Tritiya mandal. There is 10 mandalas. Book 9 is a separate, fairly late collection containing the text of Saman hymns to be sung during the Soma ritual. Book 10 and part of a book 1 are even later edition. This is not our, this is the Max Muller and other are thinking that the Rig Veda has been transmitted in one recension, the Shakha of the Shakalya, while others such as the Bhaskal text have been lost or are only rumored about so far. So there is two branches are available here in this time, Shakal and Bhaskal. So Shakal is now our people are learning. Rigvedi Brahmin are most of the in Maharashtra part, Pune, in other areas. So they are learning Shakal Shakha. And Bhaskal is because we don't have a scholar, so we don't say about that. The Bhaskal is here, and text is also you can find in library, but the scholar are not there. So we understand that the terms of the learning process is coming from the guru, not from the library. So we have that book in library, but we don't have a scholar. So only we have a scholar of the Rig Veda, and there is a yajna called the Soma yajna. There are two types of yajna: Shrauta yajna and Smarta yajna. So Shraut Yajna, after the marriage, the priest can do for the good things for this society, this loka. So, and also Agnihotram Juhyat Suragama. If the priest wants to become a Somayaji, or he wants salvation, then he have to perform Agnihotra Yajna. Because our scripture said that Agnihotram Juhyat Swarga Kamaha. So there are many yajna. So the Agnyadhanam, Darsha Purnamasaha, Chaturmasyaha, Nirudha Pashubandhaha, and Somaya. So how to perform Soma Yajna, we can understand from the Rig Veda, from the 9 mandalas. So there are many methods to understand that. So this is a very, very traditional way to attain moksha or salvation, and priests are only doing it. In South India, probably Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, there are a lot of Somayaji, lot of the Shrauti are there. So they are performing the Somayajna a lot. Contents of Rig Veda, apart from the predominantly rituals like a content of the Rig Veda, there are a few hymns of highly poetical value and early philosophical speculation. Some of these hymns, such as the famous, there is a love story of Pururava and Urvashi. So this is a very famous Rig Veda, 10 mandalas, 95 suktas have been used by the later epics and classical poets. Nowadays, a lot of the poet happened there, and all of the Rigvedic poetry is very complicated and enigmatic. There are also stanzas that praises the local chieftain who were sponsor of Rigvedic rituals. A number of hymns are in dialect from Samvad Suktas. Some famous Samvad Suktas, Pururava, Urvashi, Sarama Pani, Vishwamitra Nadi, Yam Yami, they belong to the most beautiful and poetical pieces of the Rig Vedas. So, and a lot of suktas like Hiranyagarbha Suktas, Nasadiya Suktas, many suktas are there. So, if also the Rashtra Samvardhana Suktas, how we give our potential for this nation and how we build good things for our nation. So there are also Rashtra Samvardhana Suktas also from the Rig Veda. And the Yajurveda is Veda of ritual. Its composer are priest. The terms Yajus refers to a ritual formula. The bulk of the Yajurveda comes again from the Rig Veda. These verses are referred to as a mantra. They are accompanied by prose sections which interpret the mantras in terms of ritual, often in a muddled fashion. They accompany each individual action in ritual carried by the Adhvaryu priest who mumbles them as he proceeds. For example, Agnihotram Juhyat Swarga Kamaha. So Adhvaryu, if we are going to perform the Agnihotra like a Soma Yajna, so Adhvari is the leader of that Yajna, and that Adhvari belong to the Yajurveda. We know about that now when we do the Sandhya Vandanam. We do the different Vedic Sandhya Vandanam. If you are a Rigvedi, we do the Rigvedi Sandhya Vandanam. If we are a Gotra can tell about that, which Veda we are belong to it. So Adhvaryu is the belong to the Yajurveda. And Yajurveda has two parts, Shukla Yajurveda and Krishna Yajurveda. In northern India, people are reciting Shukla Yajurveda. And South India, most of the people are reciting Krishna Yajurveda. So the way a lot in this Vedas, we know about the many rituals, how to perform rituals, and like many rituals is going on. So if we are going to perform any yajna, we want four Vedas Pandit. Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda. So what we say, the Hota is the Rig Vedic priest. If the priest come from the Rig Veda, we tell in the term of the Vedic term, it's called the Hota. So he is doing only stuti of the mantra. In the whole yajna, he has he can do only stuti. And the next is the Yajurveda. So Advaryu is the form of the Yajurveda, and Yajurvedic priest we have to say them. Advaryu. Advaryu means neta. So Advaram Yunakti Advarasya Neta iti. Neta means leader of that whole yajna, and he is the main person of that yajna. And after that, the Samaveda. So Samaveda, Udgata. Udgata is the priest of the Samaveda, and he only do the chanting of the Samavedic mantras. And after that, the Brahma. Brahma is from the Atharva Veda, and he know all three Vedas, and he is guiding. If something happened they forget something, so he has to tell them, you have to do, you forget this kriya, and you have to do again it. So there is a four Vedic Pandit belong to the four Vedas. So Rig Veda is called the Hota, Yajurveda is the Advaryu, Samaveda is the Udgata, and Atharvaveda is Brahma. Like this is a procedure. So in Yajurveda, a lot of the rituals, how to perform the yajna, pujas, and other things. Next is the Samaveda. So the Samaveda is a Rig Veda set to music. Almost all its verses are taken from the Rig Veda, but its melodies are older. Two of them are mentioned in the Rig Veda. One called Rathantara, excellent chariot. Other have unfamiliar names. The Samaveda is larger than the Rig Veda because it lists all the modification the Rig Veda verses undergo when they are chanted or used in ritual. The Samaveda was extracted except for the 75 verses from the Rig Veda 9 and 8. These stanzas are sung mostly during the Soma rituals in a very elaborate fashion. They are the earliest preserved music of the India. The Samaveda is divided into main section, the Archika content and the actual text, and the Gana, which containing the melodies themselves. The Samaveda, we understand that there are also many Gan chapter, like in Sangeeta Shastra, there are 7 swaras. Here is also 7 swaras. Shadja Madhyama Gandhara Panchama Dhaivata Nishadaha. So how we recite that swara? Like I'm giving an example. Gavo Ramhanti Gandharam. So when cow voice is like a Gandhar swara. So when we do the Gandhar swara, is it like a cow or cow speaking or cow doing it? Kokilaha Panchamo Brute. The Pancham swara is like a kokila, koel. So how koel is chirping? It is a Pancham swara. So like every words is related to that swaras. So Samaveda can teach us. So probably a lot of this, there are two parts. One is the Archika and another is the Gana. So we have Archik Bhag from the Rig Veda, and at that mantra, the Gan parts is coming from the Samaveda. Like I am giving an example, like Agna Ayahi Vitaye Granano Havyadataye Nihota Satsi Bareshi. This is the mantra. When we, this is the Archik Bhagam. When we do the recitation of the Samaveda, Agna Aya Pi Oi Toya, like this type of the chanting of the Samaveda. So there is another mantra is the, I can tell that Abora Janamadvarasya Rudragum Otaragum Satya Jagum Rodasyo. This is the mantra. This is the arch, Rik Bhagam. When we recite the mantra from the Samaveda, so this is like it. Avoraja Namadva Rasya Rudram Ho Ta Ram Sa Yayajam Rodasi Yo Agnim Pura Tanai Tnora Chittata Hiranya Rupa Maba Sai Karnudva. So like it. So the Arch Bhagam is the different, Archikam, and Ganam are different. So there are many Gana, like we talk about the Rathantar Sama. So if we want a rain, then we do the Kariri Rishti. And we invite Indra like a different mantras with the Samveda. And in Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Veda Nam Samavedosmi. So Bhagavan also likes the Samaveda. And also I am a Samavedi also. So Bhagavan like a Samaveda because the Stuti. So when we invite Bhagavan with a chanting, with a good swaras, then definitely Bhagavan will come. So previously, our seers, when they chant that Samaveda, the Prishti, the rain is also coming. Whatever we want, definitely we'll get it from the Samaveda. Because this is the Veda is related to the Bhagavan. Next is the Atharva Veda. So in Atharva Veda, there are 5,000 above mantras. And there is 20 kandas, 20 kandas. And the Atharva Veda is some respects similar to the Rig Veda. About 1/7 of its verses are the same or more or less the same. The collection reflects a different social background, interest. Instead of poets, singer, or poets, we meet the physicians and magicians who use drugs and spell to cure disease, mental as well as physical. The Atharva Veda exists to two recensions, each containing almost 6,000 verses, above the 5,000. It is clear from the earliest composition that they were the possession of small tribal groups, families or clans, hunter-gatherers and the pastoralists who avoided the forests and followed the course of rivers before they settled down. So Atharva Veda, lot of the talking about the good herbs, lot of the medicinal beauties are there. And if we have a problems there are 5 types of the problems: Marana, Mohana, Uchchatana, Sammohana. There are these things. Abhicharana. So the Atharva Veda will teach us how to protect ourselves from these things. A lot of the people are doing the Tantra Kriya. So Yantra, Mantra and Tantra. So how we protect it. So this is from the Atharva Veda. And also a lot of the invention happened from the Atharva Veda. A lot of the medical science working on it in Atharva Veda. So we know about that. how the Atharvaveda will helping them. So there are two branches of the Atharvaveda available in this time, Shaunaka and Paipalada. So Shaunaka, Atharvaveda Shaunaka Shakha. Shaunak means Shaunak is the seer who is the mantra drashta of this Veda. Shakal is the mantra drashta of the Rig Veda, and Taittariya Rishi is the from the Krishna Yajurveda, mantra drashta Rishi of the Krishna Yajurveda, and Jaimini is the mantra drashta of the Samaveda. So like this, they are divided, and a lot of things are in this time with a book that is composed entirely in the short hymns of just the stanzas. 4 stanzas are nucleus, one that has 19. To this nucleus of sorcery stanza, P was 115, the speculative 16 and 17, and hymns as well as the appendix were added. The Yajurveda mantra have not been arranged numerically as in the Rigveda, Samaveda, and Atharvaveda, but in the older they are used in Shrauta ritual. We talk about that the Martha and Shrauta. The Shrauta ritual, they use it. They form small individual mantra collection meant for each ritual. However, the older of these individual mantra collection inside the 2 dozen extant Veda Samhitas followed a fixed order already by the time of the first Veda Samhita collection. This order is maintained with minor variations down to the sutras. The Yajurveda start from the 2 small collection, that of the vegetarian new and full moon offering, Haviri Yajna, and of the all important Soma ritual, both of which from the Prakriti of the most other Shrauta ritual, even the animal sacrifices like Pashubandha and technically considered as a Haviri Yajna. So today we have to stop here, and tomorrow we are going to understand the Vedangas. So if we have, I know that you all have a lot of questions, then we go through the question.
Yeah, thank you, Tripati ji, for the very, very detailed elaboration, introduction to the Vedas and the different branches and the details. Definitely, a lot of people must be having questions on the session today. And if you have, somebody has questions on yesterday's topic also, you can ask today. You can raise your hand and ask your questions. I think some people will this PDF. Yeah, I was about to say this. They all want the PDF of this presentation.
I shared with you, so I think you have.
I think if it's the same, then I'll talk to Babu, Colonel Babu, and share
Okay,
it.
I'll share again.
Right. Okay. Radha Kumari ji, you can ask your question.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Sir, one thing you talked about Vikriti. What is that? And one
Sorry?
thing you talked about some concept like Vikriti.
As a Prakriti and Vikriti, okay.
And one more thing, I missed that thing when you were telling us about why we should not refer to English translation and we should refer to that Sayanacharya's
Okay. Yes.
Bhashya. So you were giving examples from Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema.
Yes.
So I missed out.
Okay. So Prakriti part and Vikriti part. It is a chanting style. So because the way we Pandits want to remember all the mantras, so the rishis given some formulas to memorize the mantras. So Prakriti part means Pada part, Samhita part, Pada part, and Krama part. So I think is there in the videos, you can see it. And after that, the Vikriti part, there are 8 Vikritis. Jata, Mala, Shikha, Rekha, Dhvajo, Dando, Ratho, Ghana. So there are 8 Vikriti part. So Ghana is the among of the toughest chanting of that Ved. Who completed the Ghana Patham? That piece is called the Ghana Pathi. So this is the Vikriti part.
So
And
Vikriti,
please.
sorry,
Yeah.
Vikriti is just a method of recitation. I was taking
Yes. Yes, recitation,
that.
and it's a very tough. And then there is the also shloka. If you are inviting a Ganapati priest, how it is a different from the other priest. So the priest is going to perform it because the priest are the priest and fire are messenger. So if you because they know the mantras, so normal priest can chant the mantras. So that is a very different. And if you have 1,000, multiply the punyam when the Ganapati priest chanting the mantra in your house. Like there is a shloka is the Samhita Patha Matrena Yat Phalam Prochyate Budhaihi Padena Dvigudam Vidya Kramena Chaturgunam Jatayantu Sahasrakam Ghana Pathena Anantakam. So Samhita Path Trambakam Yajame, it's a normal people chanting in your house. That is a phalam. It's a normal phalam, normal punyam. But the Ghanantam is the Ghanapati is chanting the mantras that you have a Ananta Guna phalam, infinite phalam, punyam. So that is the difference between the Ghanapati and Samhita Pati. This is the traditional method. And what I told you about that, they want to memorize the mantras. So they want some formulas. So that is another, I told you about that. They don't want to forget the mantras. So they are using these methods to memorize it. Okay?
Okay. And why we should not refer to English translation? And
Because English translators, commentators, they have done the translation about the linguistic, and only linguistic. If we are going to understand the Veda mantras meaning, we can't have a English translation. We are unable to understand the English translation because of linguistic is not a real translation of the Vedas. Vyakarana Shastra, grammar also can't reveal the exact meaning of the Vedas. This is the part of the Vedangas, but I'm telling that the grammar also are unable to decode the Veda mantras. I'm giving another example. In Sanskrit, we are chanting the Ganana Antva Ganapatikum Havamahe. So Havamahe, the Sanskrit grammar can't, there is no word Havamahe in Sanskrit grammar. So we have to understand Vedic grammar. So like a Prati Shakyam. So Humahe, well, Sanskrit grammar can tell about the Humahe, but the Havamahe can't. So this is the many, like this, these problems are a lot. So when we are going to understand, so we have to first the knowledge of the Nirukta Shastra, etymology. And second is the Mimamsa Shastra. Without Mimamsa and Nirukta Shastra, we are unable to do the translation of the Vedic mantras. So that's why I'm telling you, if you want the essence of the Vedas, so you have to go to our seers, Sayanacharya and Madhavacharya. आ गया समझ में? Sorry.
Sir,
Okay,
समझ में आ गया, and I can go on and on, but I know there are so many other
right.
participants to ask.
So I think you should have a one-to-one dialogue with Tripati ji sometime when he has at leisure. Okay, thank you. And Sheshagiri Garu, you can ask your question now.
Namaskara, sir.
Namaskar.
Sir, you said about while performing yagya, they said from Rigveda, Hota, and Yajurveda, Adharya. Samaveda, who will be there? What is the Like
Udgata.
Brahma, Atharva.
Udgata from the Samaveda.
Udyata.
Udgata. Udgata.
Udgata.
Udgata.
Sir. Udgata, sir.
Gata. Yes, yes.
Udgata, sir. Gata. Sir, another one question in this related to this. You said that in this Yajurveda person will be the main, and then simultaneously said the Brahma is he will be observing the entire procedure. If anything goes wrong or forgotten, so he will make to do it again. So the who among these two, who will be the main, sir?
Adhvari is the main. Brahma is only observing things, but he is not doing as a leader. What happened,
Okay,
he is observing, not telling that do it, do this, do this. Only observation. He is
sir.
doing the observation. But the Adhvari,
Okay.
he is a leader. He is a neta. So he can perform
Okay.
everything. No one saying but when he made mistake, then Brahma said, "Oh, Ruk jaiye, please stop here. You have to do it again."
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir,
And
another one
also,
thing,
if
sir.
are
You
doing
said that,
sorry.
sir. You said that the Samavedi, you said what, sir? You yourself you said Samavedi. Like it is like a Tripati, like we say that they can
Yes.
add into their surname also, sir.
So
This
Tripati, all the
Samavedi.
Tripatis
You
are
said that.
Samavedi because they have a Shandilya
Okay.
Gotra. So Gotra, if you want to know our Vedas, so Shikha, Veda, Sutras, and then we know, and Pravara and Gotras. The 5 things, if you know about that, then I can tell about which Veda belong to you. So I think all the Tripatis, Tiwaris, they are of Samavedi.
Sir.
And so, because they have a Shandilya Gotra, and Shandilya Gotra is related to the Samaveda. And so Gotras,
Thank you,
Pravaras
sir.
are related to that Vedas. So the person has to read that Vedas because that is their shakhas, their branches, their Vedas.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji.
Any other person who has any question? Please do ask. We have time now, and don't come suddenly at the last minute.
Sir, this is Chandrasekhar. I am not able to
Yeah.
find the option to raise the hand, so I'm waiting and asking. Sir, you talked
Okay.
about Vikrutis and 8 parts of Vikrutis, and you gave the rule for Ganapati. So can you give the rules for other 7 also? And how these rules go, sir? Because you said like 1, 3, 2, 2. So in the next part, if you will drop off 1 and will make 2 as 1, and then again it will make that. That is how the rule goes.
So you want to become a Ganapati? So then I'll give you.
I wanted to learn, sir, in the sequence. No, I don't want to go to Ganapati at a time. No, but I want to go in the sequence.
Definitely I'll give you, but it will take time. Just I give what is the main like Ganapati. You know, Ganam. You all know about that. So I gave an example about the Ganam, and also Samhita in Padapatam in Kramapatam. So I gave that example. Definitely you can connect after that. So I'll give you that example. Other things.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Because right now I'm learning Vedam. So no, going through this also helped me. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Padma Priya garu.
Namaskaram.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm interested in learning a little more about this. Yaksha, you said Yakshacharya is the founder of the Nirukta. Yaskacharya.
Nirukta Shastra.
Yeah, could you elaborate on that, please? What was he credited with? What did he do?
Yes.
Yaskacharya?
Yaskacharya. Probably grammar is helping to understand the meaning of the mantras all, but the lot of the mantras meaning we can't find from the grammar shastra, Vyakarana shastra. So Nirukta Yaskacharya made a Nirukta shastra, and we understand in that Nirukta Shastra, we understand the critical meaning of the Vedas. So a lot of the words we don't know from the grammar Shastra, Vyakarana Shastra. So we go to the Nirukta Shastra and understand the meaning of that words. So that's why Nirukta Shastra is very important in Vedic translation.
Okay. Thank you. And then one quick follow-up question. Sayanacharya you mentioned, is he the brother of the Vidyaranya Shankar?
Vidyaranya is his name. Sayanacharya's name is the Vidyaranya Swami. Yes. So in South India, people are saying Vidyaranya Swami Bhashyam. In North India, we're telling the Sayanacharya Bhashyam. There are two brothers, Sayanacharya and Madhvacharya. So they are a minister of the Vijayanagara king.
Yeah. Okay.
They are also from the, I think, the Andhra Pradesh or Telangana. I don't know where is the Vijayanagara. So I think so they are very great scholar, really. So they have done a lot of commentary on Vedas.
Yeah.
And Madhvacharya has written the Mimamsa Sutras. Mimamsa
Sutras.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I think we have come to the end of the question and answer session.
I was thinking that there are a lot of the questions in this class, but no one has a question. It's okay. I think today is some difficult part.
Yeah, correct.
And so that's why people are.
पाठ पढ़ाया आज ने उसको पूरा डाइजेस्ट करने में टाइम लगेगा.
आज का वो पूरा क्या क्या उसमें है वही हमने लिया ना कि ऋग्वेद में क्या है, यजुर्वेद में क्या है, सामवेद. तो फिलोसफिकल नहीं हुआ, ओनली स्टोरीज और इस तरह का हुआ, शायद इसलिए क्वेश्चंस नहीं था. सो नेक्स्ट में वेदांग हो जाएगा. फिर आप लोग को कुछ भी क्वेश्चंस होगा आप लोग पूछ सकते हैं. मेरा इंग्लिश बहुत अच्छा नहीं, वो हमको जबरदस्ती इंग्लिश में बोलने के लिए कहा जाता है, इसलिए मैं इंग्लिश बोलता हूँ. सो दैट इज मैं शुरू से बचपन से संस्कृत बोलता हूँ, हिंदी बोलता हूँ और तमिल आल्सो. आई कैन स्पीक तमिल बिकॉज माय गुरु तमिलनाडु के थे जिनसे मैं पूरा वेदा अध्ययन किया हूँ. सो तमिल भी बोल सकता हूँ, लेकिन ये इंग्लिश तो बोलना मेरे लिए बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. तो आई एम ट्राइंग माय बेस्ट टू आप लोग को समझ.
Tripati ji, you have been explaining it very well, and you have improved. I can't say that you have improved. I can't qualify that way because I myself so not a pandit नहीं हूँ, इसलिए I can't qualify. But then जितना आपने सिखाया इंग्लिश में, it is very clear and people can understand. And
Thank you
your
so much.
presentations are very clear, so that exact meaning जो है आप जो बोलना चाह रहे हैं वो उसमें आ रहा है. राधा कुमारी जी,
इसीलिए मैं वो क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन रखता हूं ताकि कुछ लोगों को समझ में नहीं आया तो फिर वो पूछ सकते हैं दोबारा. और मैं चाहता हूं कि आप लोग सब लोग अपना टाइम देके. वेद संस्कृत समिति इज डूइंग वेरी हार्ड वर्क. वो अच्छा चीज सबको ले जाने के लिए हमको इतना रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं प्रभाकर जी कि आपको करना है. और हमारे पास टाइम बहुत कम होता है, बट बोलते हैं कि आप अच्छे स्कॉलर हैं और जितने लोग हमसे जुड़ते हैं अच्छे स्कॉलर को सुनना चाहिए लोग. सो मैं चाहता हूं कि आप लोग भी सुबह सुबह टाइम लेके आते हैं तो हम जो भी बोले एक एक शब्द आपको समझ में आए. सो दैट्स वाई हम आप लोग को बोले कि इंग्लिश थोड़ा अच्छा है तो हिंदी भी या जो भी आपको चीजें चाहिए आप डेफिनेटली पूछ सकते हैं कि मैं उसको आंसर कर सकूं. जो आपको बातें नहीं समझ में आए, विदाउट एनी हेसिटेशन यू कैन आस्क दैट क्वेश्चन एंड आई एम हियर टू सपोर्ट यू थ्रू द वेद संस्कृत समिति.
Okay, thank you very much, Tripati ji. And Radha Kumari ji, last question.
सर अगर संस्कृत डायरेक्ट नहीं पढ़ सकते हैं तो कैसे ये कमेंट्रीज को हम कैसे पढ़ सकते हैं? माधवाचार्य, सायनाचार्य.
नहीं आप उसमें
तरीका है.
उसका तरीका ये कि आपको किसी गुरु की तलाश करनी पड़ेगी. तो
सर आप बन जाइए गुरु.
आइए, स्वागत है आपका. आप बनारस आ जाइए, मैं पढ़ाता हूँ बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी में. और नहीं आ पाएंगी तो ऑनलाइन कोई टाइम सेट करके पढ़ सकते.
अच्छा, ओके.
वेरी नाइस. सो गुरु मिल गया राधा कुमारी जी को. वेरी नाइस.
नहीं गुरु तो भगवान शंकर है, सबके गुरु. हम तो ऐसे आदमी है, सबके गुरु भगवान शंकर. करें जो काशी विश्वनाथ जी बैठे हैं यहाँ पे।
Seshgiri Garu, yeah, last question, please.
Sir, you said that it is that in a slide I say that Bhaskala has been lost. I couldn't get it. That in the
Bhaskala is from the
slide.
Rig Veda. Shakal and Bhaskala, there are two branches are available in this time. So Shakal is also, people are learning from the Maharashtra, Pune, and Bhaskala, no one, there are no scholars there. So there are two branches available, Shakal and Bhaskal.
The Bhaskara is completely lost, sir.
Bhaskal is also a mantra drashta of the Rig Veda.
Okay. ये पता नहीं सर कहाँ पे है ये इसका?
है ना लाइब्रेरी में,
Okay.
आपके वहां पे बता रहा है ना कौन सी लाइब्रेरी, मैसूर में वो कौन सा यूनिवर्सिटी है, बहुत
पुणे
वहां
में?
पे तो है। हाँ?
पुणे में?
नहीं, मैसूर में एक बहुत अच्छा,
मैसूर में?
मैसूर में
गंगोत्री यूनिवर्सिटी में।
हाँ, बहुत अच्छी लाइब्रेरी का नाम मुझे याद है, वहां पे तो है, वो भास्कर टेक्स्ट है वहां पे।
Okay.
मैसूर में है।
Okay, then
Thank
I
you,
think Seshgiri Garu, you can search for it since you are from Karnataka. And
Right,
go to
sir.
Mysore.
Sir,
Okay,
sir.
now we go ahead. त्रिपाठी जी आप परमिशन दे तो हम अगले कार्यक्रम प्रार्थना में चले जाएं।
डेफिनेटली।
धन्यवाद। वेंकट नारायण गारू, can you do the प्रार्थना please?
Yes, sir. Just to supplement what Tripati ji said about that Chandrasekhar's question on this meaning of Vedic words, no, Niruktam is that etymology. That is the word he has not said. Etymology of this Vedic words is given in through Nirukta. I just wanted to mention
He
that.
said it back.
Etymology is that's
Yeah,
through
yeah.
you beyond grammar you get the meaning of the words. That's what he
Yes,
said about.
definitely. When we go to the Vedangas, we go to these things. Shiksha, Kalpa, Vyakarana, Nirukta, Chanda, Jyotisha. So we go to this section, whole section. Definitely we'll go through it.
Okay,
Right,
sir.
I'll do this pradhana.
प्रार्थना, yeah.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्रा पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सदनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान् मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति।
Swasti. Thank you, Venkata Narayan garu. Now we raise for the national anthem. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद जय हिंद। Okay, now I'm stopping the recording.